Alright, hello and welcome back to A Link to the Past. Here we are in the Dark World, which very closely, but not perfectly, mirrors the Light World. And the location of the palace, the ancient palace or whatever it is from the Light World is essentially right where the Dark Palace is here in the Dark World. And it is where Sahasrahla has asked us to go first. There's a couple of things we can see over here. That entranceway there, and this crack in the wall here that we can't do anything with and won't be doing anything with until pretty much the end of the game, but we'll just keep it in mind. What we do want to do here is come over to this ledge and pick up our 12th piece of heart to increase our overall total. And before we go anywhere, we'll show off a couple of things here. One is these very bulky, but ultimately very easy to deal with Cyclopean enemies. They throw bombs at us, which is rude. Go away. The second is that if we smash this tree with our Pegasus boots, we will get a fairy, which we could use as a replacement. In fact, do we need two? We do. We are pretty much getting to the point right now where potions are more efficient than fairies, but I'm still just to the point where I prefer to use fairies most of the time, so we'll stick with that. I'm going to use this mirror here quickly, because as Sahasrahla told us, and as Agahnim was saying, they have now created a link between... Oops, it's too close. Alright, just got to be slightly farther over, that's fine. They have created a link between the light and dark worlds here at the castle, and, oh, it's too far up. Interacting with the wall, so they bumped us out. There we go. Alright. They have created a link between the light and dark worlds here at the castle, which is actually the gateway here. So if we pass through this, it will function as a portal or a warp between these worlds. Just in case you ever need a link there to use. Handy little location. So, we could go directly to the Dark Palace, but we're actually going to make a couple of pit stops along the way. I don't know if this is the most efficient way of dealing with things. In fact, it's probably more efficient to go directly to the Dark Palace, but there's a couple of things that we want to do here quickly, so we just will, so why not? Just pop in here quickly. It's really nothing of any importance. Another shop that we're going to ignore. But if we go up to the equivalent of the Zora's Domain, we will find... There we go. Just waiting until we found the sign for it. The Lake of Ill Omen. So... go into the lake. And up here, why don't we just get rid of a couple of guys just so they're not bothering us. Good. Alright, so over here, let's read this sign. Curses to anyone who throws something into my circle of stones. And we pick this up and look over here, we have a circle of stones. But instead of being cursed, this fish guy comes out. Says, was it you who disturbed my peaceful nap? I will give this to you to go away. Or if you go away, whatever. This is our second medallion here. The Quake spell. Quake medallion, whatever. Its magic causes the ground to shake and defeats nearby enemies. Again, watch your magic meter. Wonderful. That's delightful. Alright. That's the last thing we have to do up here in the Lake of Ill Omen. So now, I just have to remember where I wanted to use a warp, and I think it's down outside in the water's where we came in, which couldn't quite remember. Alright, we'll leave the lake. Come out this way. One thing to be aware of is that the enemies here in the Dark World deal a significantly greater degree of damage than the Light World. Probably to the point where actually I think it's maybe a little too much. Kind of an oddly large difficulty spike, but ultimately able to manage and avoid it. Now this will transport us down here to the dark version of Lake Hylia, and there we go. You can easily get trapped in a very annoying way by those kind of bomber guys, but we're going to come up here where the ice rod was. Alright, just avoid those guys. Let's lift up this stone. Dive under here, and there's just a couple of little mini things here. This one theoretically we could wait for until we have something that will allow us to pass over these spikes uninjured, but it's not that much damage, so it's fine. Dark Wolf, did you know that if you destroy frozen enemies with the hammer, you will often get a magic decanter? That was something I was kind of referring to slightly in, I think it was just the last video, saying that the Ether Medallion would be a little more useful in the future. And that is what we are talking about with that. When we freeze them, after we get the hammer that we'll get in the Dark Palace, we'll be able to get a pretty steady supply of magic refills. Here we have another large fairy, but I don't want to waste time talking to them because we don't need it. And in here, we just have a little goofy guy who's going to give us a hint about something that probably we've already done. So we have this weird hand thing, which is creepy. Hey, I'll tell you a profitable story if you pay me 20 rupees. Sure, why not? Thank you. To tell you the truth, I used to be a thief in the Light World. Some of my fellow thieves went into hiding because they were afraid of being caught. One of them was a master locksmith, but now he is hiding the fact that he was a thief by pretending to be a strange, middle-aged guy. Haha. That is something that will be useful to us later, but for now we will just file it away. Alright, so let's get out of here. I don't know why I'm going to the water. It's just gonna cause me issues. Let's get out of the water. We'll dive back in further on. Get to the other side of the lake. Alright. These little guys will steal something from you, which is rude. But they're not particularly dangerous. Alright, gotten about as far as we can, so we're going to get out of here. And now, we're going to do a couple of things. One is get beat up. Oh, he's stolen my arrows, but we should be able to kill it and get it back. No, give me my shield. Jerk. Okay, so we come over here onto this little plot of land and use our mirror. We can get up on this stone that we couldn't get to before, and we will be able to collect this heart container, but let's just get this guy out of the way. He's annoying. Found, so what is that, our 13th, I think? Okay, now we can head back. We're also going to stop by at the Pond of Happiness to further increase our supply of bows and arrows, so let's, oops, mirror out of here. Go up this way. And we might as well heal up while we're here. There we go. Alright, now I will just kind of pause quickly as we spend all of our cash. Although we're going to keep a little bit of it, you'll see why. But I'll be back in just a minute. Alright, so we are getting close to maximizing those, but we do want to keep at least 100, 110 rupees on us. Alright, let's head back to the Dark World. And now we're going to head off in the direction of the palace. Let's see if we can keep ourselves alive long enough to get there. Let's head up these stairs so we can move more freely than we do in the water. Sorry. We can pop in here, which isn't all that interesting. Another fairy fountain to be aware of. And then, yes, good. So, nothing really of interest down there that we want to show off yet. Good. All right. So, we're going to come around here, and ultimately we're going to go through this little maze we got going up there. But I just want to show off quickly what's down here. Now we have these dinosaur guys instead of the raven ones, which take a huge amount of damage off of us, given the enemy they are. Really feels like they shouldn't do much of anything. This little circle here we will be dealing with later. But in here, we have this little dude. Hey, I'll tell you a profitable story. Maybe 20 rupees, sure. This little parrot with his glasses. Thank you. They say there is a tiny circle of rocks in the lake at the source of the river. I don't know what will happen, but it might be fun to throw something into it. See you. Yes, so that's obviously where we got the Quake spell, or Quake Medallion. I'll have to get a drink. But I think that is just about all we have to show off before heading back up to actually go into, find our way to get to, come on, the Dark Palace. That was foolish. Anyway, alright, so I'm going to work through this little maze here. We're going to start by, actually, let's do this first. This is basically the equivalent of where Sahasrahla was. You're new here, aren't you? Did you come here looking for the power of gold? Well, you're too late. It will obey only the first person who touches it. The man who last claimed the power of gold wished for this world. It reflects his heart. Yes, I came here because of greed for golden power. And look what happened to me. To restore the golden land, a person worthy of the golden power must defeat the man who created this place. Until that time, I am stuck in this bizarre shape. But what a mischievous thing to leave lying around. The power of gold. Triforce. Alright, let's smash this guy open. And we'll just get some parts. Since Sahasrahla isn't in this world to heal us, they had to find another way. Now, honestly, we're probably fine without it, but it's, I guess, worthwhile to get our full health. So, worth remembering, you can just come in and out of here as many times as you need to fill up your health. Alright, now, we'll go through this little maze here. So, the way this works is, it's not exceptionally easy to see until you know it's there, but there's these slightly open areas that you can just barely see through up above, and some broken passages through the dense thicket. And we want to find our way through these. No, not that one. Across here. I believe, yes, we come through here, and then in here, come across and out the other side, where Kiki the monkey starts following us. I'm Kiki the monkey. I love rupees more than anything. Can you spare me 10 rupees? Well, sure, we can give 10 rupees. It's not much. Good choice. I'll accompany you for a while. Alright. Kiki follows along behind us. We can take care of these things quickly so they don't bother us. and up and around here. And as we come to this door, we realize it's locked. But, Kiki, if you give me 100 rupees, I'll open the entrance for you. And we can just agree to it. Good choice. Then I get 100 of your rupees. Alright, Kiki, go to town. Kiki flips the switch and opens the door. Stairs drop down. So, I think we will end things for here. And when we come back, we will deal with the Dark Palace. But, till then, see ya.